Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony Show. Anthony, how are you, my friends?
I'm doing all right there, Brian.
That's all you got for me?
Oh, I mean, what a wonderful day yesterday. Trade deadline.
Tony always gets compliments on his shirts, but my shirts, besides the Masters, I do get some compliments on the Masters shirt.
Well, that's
Other
a dope
than that,
shirt.
no one's ever even noticed what shirt I've ever worn.
Come
honestly.
on, ever?
Yeah, I've just heard Masters. Maybe if I had the Yankee jersey on, that's about it. But everything else, oh, Tony, your shirt's so nice.
Oh, geez, are you jealous, dude?
No, it was just that one time.
Tight,
just
dude.
kind of got
the
me
one
a little
time
bit.
because it was Renee.
I
and
haven't
then
worn
it was
that
Matt,
shirt
dude.
since, honestly, because I was offended.
That was the Hang 10 shirt.
Yeah,
Was
the
it not?
Hang 10.
I
I
honestly
kind of misplaced it. I'm sure I have it somewhere.
You actually
the
lost it?
renovations, all of that stuff.
Oh, dude.
Renovation. But we do have the company checking in. Josh B, what do we got here, Tony?
He says, let's go. Yankee season is officially over. Even if they make the playoffs, they will make absolutely no noise. Hashtag rep the company. Hashtag New York baseball sucks. Josh B coming in early.
This could get ugly quick.
It really could today, dude.
I mean, how could we disagree with him, Tony?
There's nothing.
How is that possible?
You can't disagree with him. It's over. A lot of it's over. New York baseball is over, dude, this year. It's
but I hate to be the one to admit it, but I just think recently the Mets have handled the disappointment better. They have stuff to look forward to for the future.
Yeah.
Well, we have 3 more years of DJ LeMahieu. 5 more years of Stanton, 4 or 5 more years of Stanton.
Yeah.
And another year of Anthony Rizzo. So there's that.
You never know, though, Brian.
They could turn only around, positive of yesterday, and you know how I told you, I was going to New Jersey for Twilight Golf yesterday.
So sick.
Chipped in from 60 yards out.
Are you serious?
Rolled right up to the stick, coming in hot, hit the stick perfectly, dropped right in. And it was one of those things where you just kind of stand there for a second. You're like, coming in hot. Are you kidding?
That's awesome, dude. What'd you do? You actually just stood there with it?
No, I literally was just stood there, and then like Mike, who I was
playing
with,
you kidding?
Like, throw it in like that, like.
Oh my God! Any film?
No film.
Anything, dude. No film. No,
but witnesses. At least there's witnesses.
How many witnesses?
2. Mike and Corey.
Yeah, no, that's good. 2 witnesses, all right.
I want to say I've honestly probably done it a couple more times, but this was probably the furthest out I was,
Really?
and it was kind of interesting. So it was a par 5.
Right.
Hit a pretty good drive, then 8 iron to lay up. So I'm like 130 out, but I top it. And it's like, it was meant to be that I topped it.
Right.
Because then I'm below the hole, it's kind of elevated green, just right up, perfect chip in birdie.
And like, where did it land? Where did it land and then like rolled in?
Yeah, I want to say if just estimating maybe 12 feet short, but like,
wow,
coming in.
Was it like, did it like kind of curve on the green, or did it go
straight? Like just couldn't have just lined up any more perfect.
That's so sick, dude.
Josh
B. Calling up in New Jersey. Nice. Where was this?
Josh B. So this is Fox Hollow Golf Club, Branchburg, New Jersey. And we were staying over in Somerset. So I think from Somerset, it's a 15-minute ride. I don't know how close that is to where you are. But I have to say, what a golf course. I want to say this was, I think, my 4th round there this season. Impeccable shape. And for whatever reason, not many people go for the Twilight. So, there's no problem getting in around, under 4 hours. I think we were probably, give or take 3 hours, 45 minutes.
You think, oh my God, 3 hours, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 3 people.
No, I mean, that's a very good pace. And it feels like a private club just because, it's not overpacked. You could hear a pin drop and, you're just able to, do whatever you need to do. And it's just amazing because, here, around 4:00, 4:30, or even a little earlier than that. I mean, every tee time sold out. You're waiting. Yeah, the par 3. Oh, don't think you're gonna just call and get on today. Matthew checking in,
Fairfield
saying, "See you soon, fellas."
Oh,
Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I forgot. He did mention he'll be in studio today, dude. In studio. Now, Brian, more importantly, though, was that like the best shot you ever made, you think? Wow, he's thinking about it.
There's been so many shots over the years, Tony.
Okay.
No. I'm just saying because of all the you think back to all the rounds, but I guess like I said, it was the furthest that I had chipped in from. So I guess in that sense, yes.
So best chip in, but I mean, like overall, dude, like in the.
Well, I mean, I'm just sure there's sometimes like I've driven the ball, like in it, it's downhill, gotten a good roll or whatever, and it's went like 330, 340 just because of the downhill.
Do you consider that a better shot?
No, because
like,
chipping is tough.
Dude.
Yeah. So you're right. I guess you know what it is because I'm just thinking hole in one. Obviously, I don't have a hole in one.
Aaron Rodgers, dude.
What do you mean, Aaron Rodgers?
Like the whole thing where you're accusing me of avoiding the question of are they gonna have a good season? Now here you are avoiding the question of is this your best shot?
It's tough to think about just right away, but you are right. I would say if I had to name something, that would be it. Yes. You are right. See, this is different than Aaron Rodgers. I can talk. Yeah. I can communicate. Josh B saying
about 45 to an hour from me, depending on the traffic. You know what Brian says to that?
I'll see you at the stadium today, brother. I'm just saying, Josh B, if you're able to, just one time, highly recommend it.
How far is it from you, dude?
So no traffic from Stanford. It's an hour and a half.
Okay, it's not bad.
No. Coming in today was a little over 2 hours because there was a little traffic, had to take the GW.
Oh, the GW sucks, dude.
Yeah, and it's my fault. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not too familiar with I just don't think about this. Like when I'm driving, like, I'll just follow the GPS. But like,
you shouldn't.
I know a lot of people say Cuomo, take the Cuomo Bridge, right? I mean, that's the
Tappan Z. Yeah,
Tappan Z. Is that the same thing or no?
Yeah, same.
The Mario B. Cuomo. I know it's kind of a weird name. Nobody else besides that family has that name, I feel like. Right or not?
I mean, no one else.
No one that you know of.
Yeah, Cuomo's. Yeah, the Cuomo's, dude.
So you all costs avoid the GW.
No. Honestly, I'm not afraid of the GW. And honestly, it is. If you hit it correctly, it's better to get like when I come back from Staten Island, I'm taking the GW more often than not. And you can kind of work around, getting there a little bit too, because like from New Jersey, you can take the Turnpike. But sometimes you can like get off at the Palisades Parkway, shimmy
that's
through,
what I did.
Dude. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. You did. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. But honestly, from where you were at, what town were you in again?
Somerset.
So probably more northern Jersey, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, you should have taken Tappan Z, dude. Because when I used to go up to Kinnelon, which is way more, it's pretty north. It was Tappan Z straight to 95.
Okay, Tappan Z straight. No, and it was nice too because yesterday it actually worked out perfect because I was coming from Newtown because we have a job going on there.
Nice.
And I just went on 84 and then go through White Plains.
Right.
It was not,
that's cool.
I just feel like I like that way just for the fact that I never go that way. So just something different.
Yeah. It's also a nice drive too.
It is a nice
more
drive.
Scenic.
And it was a little earlier in the afternoon, so no traffic at all. It was very smooth.
Love that, dude.
Yeah, I want to say, from Newtown, I mean, it was like hour 40, which I feel like with traffic, I mean, it would have been like two and a half or something like.
Dude, when I'm after Craig we went to Southport, obviously got off exit 1995. Literally immediately after the exit of 19, dead stop traffic.
Wow.
Going 95 south.
Wow.
And even, dude, they must have been they've been doing construction and they've been closing 2 lanes.
Summer of construction.
So ridiculous.
I think we already talked about this the other day, but summer of construction completely ridiculous.
They're doing it north too on the way up. I saw. I think exit 28 is gonna be closed today. Like up there, dude. Debbie Duhane's gonna have a fucking field day today, dude. But even coming back when we left Southport, going back north, it was still dead stop, dude.
Yeah, that's
brutal.
That's why, Tony, even for routes that I can that I can drive with my eyes closed, not literally, but you get it.
Yeah.
I just always am checking GPSs.
Always, dude.
Like sometimes I just like it on because if there could be something.
Oh my god.
No, it's happened.
Yeah.
45-minute delay out of nowhere.
Yeah.
After you initially checked it.
Right.
Didn't keep the GPS on.
Right.
And then it happens.
Yeah, and it's off hours, dude. Brutal. It's so ridiculous. I feel so bad for people who work like a late shift and they're like, oh, like 10 p.m. I can just scurry home real quick on the highway. No issues. No one should be there. Up, 2 lanes closed. You're fucked.
I don't know. It just seems like a scam. It really does. Construction, because why is there always construction, but then there's just holes all in the road all over the place?
Dude, I don't understand. Literally, you know that the like if you go to 95 from here, like you go past Pleasant Moments and like you go past that school and whatever.
Yep.
That road by Pleasant Moments, dude, at one point was like the probably smoothest road I've ever been on. And then like they paved it a week later. They have like, I guess either Con Ed or whatever electrical company, SGC, whatever, come in, dig up holes, put pipes in the ground. And now it's absolutely atrocious, filled with holes. And it's like, how do you what was the point of paving?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do? Why would you do that after you pave? Am I wrong to be like, you're going to smooth it out just to dig it back up again? And then it's filled with holes now.
Terrible.
What are we doing, bro? Like, I just seem like it does. Like you said, it's a scam. It is a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
Like,
they can
as
say
if
whatever they want.
It's like the state is just trying to say, oh, we can employ people, we pay these guys.
We'll make your life miserable on the roadway.
Oh my God, dude. Where's Debbie Duhane right now? I gotta get her call in. I'm sure she's got to be very well opinionated about this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I was listening to this show and we were talking about it earlier. It was hilarious. The caller who called in, I mean, I think that's going to be a bite for a long time, or drop. Yeah. Lonnie, where are you? Where Yanni said Glasnow was 40 years old.
Glasnow was 40, he said.
I don't know how you get Tyler Glasnow confused with Charlie Morton.
I know, dude. Like, I get, they said on the show. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so Rick's not letting him live that one down.
Hell no, dude. It happens though. Everyone makes mistakes, dude.
Yanni, but listening to that call too, like I guess it didn't make sense, but I guess that caller thought he was just saying that the Mets can use the guys that they got in trading away, Scherzer and Verlander, to get guys that have a year or two left to control. But it's like, that's not why they got those guys.
It would be kind of crazy if that is the reason why they got those guys.
They're not. We traded for Blake Snell. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Dude,
like, and then he's thinking McClanahan, and McClanahan's like 3
Musgrove.
years.
Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Who is Silva?
Who is Silva, dude? That was so funny.
That was funny. And then I was listening to Stump Rothenberg after, and I have to say, and again, like there was something where like the callers kind of help them occasionally. And then I still feel like it's like, I wonder what they would say if I called in and said this, but that it should be strictly Dave. I don't think Rick should say anything, just because, like I said, that's the name of the segment. If you want it to Rick to be a part of it, don't make it that it's you. It's a team thing.
Right. I think you should do it. Call in and say that. Dude.
What do you think, Josh B? Do you agree with me? Lonnie, do you agree with me, bud? Yanni, where are you, bud?
One thing I really hate is when the caller helps out. And it's like Dave.
Right. They did that today.
Like Dave will just be thinking out loud.
Yeah.
And be like, oh man, like.
No, he was debating who to throw in. I think it was like the pitchers with the World Series and stuff.
Yeah.
Then he just goes, no, you said it. You're right.
Yeah.
And it's like that wasn't his final
answer. He didn't lock it in, dude. You wait for him to lock it in.
Yeah. So I know Josh B agrees with us on that stuff.
It's a little tough, dude.
It is.
Keep your mouth shut. Honestly, just let him.
It is a little tough. And so is, Tony, the state of New York baseball.
You've been delaying far.
I have been delaying. A nice little warm up, almost 15 minutes in. Let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's play. Stop it. Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So yesterday, a busy day in baseball, a bunch of trades. And how about a no-hitter, the 16th no-hitter in Astros franchise history, Framber Valdez, who had gotten shellacked the last time out, a 93-pitch no-hitter. And I know this was a perfect game, but I guess technically it's a no-hitter. So they said it was the least amount of pitches in a no-hitter since David Cohn. But it's I don't know why. I get it. A perfect game is a no-hitter, but it seems like they should be separated. Yeah, we're talking about stats like that. But it's the statistic that I saw. I think they said it was a 5th inning walk to Oscar Gonzalez. The only blemish on Valdez's record there.
That's tough, dude.
And listen, he's a great pitcher. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I still, I didn't see too many highlights of this, but I just go back to like the playoffs last year and stuff. I feel like he's always going to something. Like, what do you think about that, Tony? Numbers are good this year.
Are you saying that he's using some type of like illegal substance?
Yes. But I don't know how he does it because they check you like a hawk.
Right.
So I don't know how he does it, but it does seem like he's going to something. But I mean, I guess what is his sweat help him?
I mean, it's very possible. Sweat is not an illegal substance technically. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, like you said though, but they check you like a hawk, dude. I mean, you would have to be like, I feel like at that point, if he was getting away with it, it has to be like an inside. He's paying off umpires.
And I just feel like it's like, how do you wipe it off before the end of the inning?
Can. And I don't know.
And
even if you do, they're probably gonna be like, "Oh, that's suspicious."
Yeah,
what are you doing?
So obviously,
so you still think though he uses a substance,
something. Yes, he's always going for it for whatever the reason may be. So there's that. So that the Astros. A no-hitter, that doesn't really, do much for us Yankee fans. Doesn't feel too great. And then the Mets do us a real solid, giving back Justin Verlander. And I believe did he have a no-trade clause that he had to waive for this?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
So he waives the no-trade clause. I think the Mets roughly are eating, Tony, is it like if he has his vesting option, they're going to eat about $53 million? Is that what the deal is?
Yeah.
But the prospect that they got, Corey was telling me there's a lot of hype surrounding him. Gilbert is the last name, if I'm not mistaken.
Drew Gilbert.
Gilbert. Okay.
And then Ryan Clifford, I believe. I had the stats pulled up here. I mean, Gilbert is like their number one prospect.
Any relation to Logan?
Logan Gilbert? I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so. He's from St. Paul, Minnesota, 22 years old.
First round draft pick. Last year. Yeah. Plays anywhere in the outfield, dude.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, apparently is pretty good. Season, obviously single A,
361
right now, batting 361. Doesn't seem to hit for power though. Only 6 home runs.
But wait, is this slugging 686?
That's what it says, dude.
Tony, only 6 home runs, but he's only played in 21 games.
Right. Well, I'm just saying though.
No, I'm saying so. I think he's going to be a power guy.
Yeah, he could be, but I mean, for now, he's definitely hitting more so for average at 361.
I think those samples, you're thinking 6 home runs, 80 games, 90 games, 6 home runs, 21 games. That's some power.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, you really want to divvy it up. But we'll again, dude, listen, man. Just trying to take it one day at a time here. All right. It's great that we got this guy for Verlander. I mean, it's awesome. It definitely is, like the Mets tried to do. I mean, they sought out to get a better deal than what they got for Scherzer, and they did. Because coupled with him, you get Ryan Clifford, who's another outfielder, 11th round guy that the Astros drafted. I think they're his 14th or maybe 8th top prospect, something like that. Pretty sure it's within the top 10. But another guy, again, 20 years old. We'll probably see him in a few years. Outfielder, which is great because we really need the outfield. So I mean, I would say overall, I mean,
no pitchers though.
Nope. Yeah. Well, no, we got a lot of bullpen guys. If you want to go into breaking down the rest, like honestly, like all the pickups that the Mets, I don't know if that's
Oh,
right
I was
now,
just
but
saying from those two
right
trades,
now,
no,
yeah, no
pitchers.
pitchers.
And then the other guy, they traded Kana. Obviously, we talked about it yesterday. Pham, and then did they trade anybody else?
Dominic Leone to the
Okay.
Angels.
Yep.
For an infielder, Jeremiah Jackson, 28 years old. He's pretty interesting. Sorry, not Jeremy Rodriguez. Where's Jeremy Jackson? I think he was like really not much to write home about. I think he has quite a few stolen bags, but 28-year-old infielder. I mean, it's all right. I don't think he was really batting anything like crazy. For Tommy Pham, you got Jeremy Rodriguez, who's a shortstop prospect at 17 years old, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty interesting that you picked up 2 infielders, obviously a couple outfielders, and then you also picked up 2 bullpen guys from the Dodgers, Adam Kolarek and Phil Bickford.
What was the deal there?
Just cash
Okay.
considerations. I mean, these 2 guys, I don't really know honestly why. Phil Bickford, 28 years old, bullpen guy, career 4.40 ERA this year over 36 games, 5.14 ERA, 42 innings pitched here. So, I mean, I guess I don't know. It seems like he gives up a lot of runs, to be honest. I don't really know what they plan on doing with him. Yeah, I don't know. I guess has a pretty decent amount of strikeouts for 42 innings pitched. He has 48 strikeouts. But again, I mean, the ERA is above a 5 right now. And then the other guy they picked up, Adam Kolarek, 34 years old, originally drafted by the Mets, ironically. I don't know. I think he was sent down in the minors after spring training for the Dodgers. So he's been in the minors basically all season, has 1 game, pitch an inning and a third for the Dodgers this season so far. Got 2 strikeouts, didn't get any runs. And I forget who's the guy they got from. Oh, never mind. That's it. Yeah, I think that's actually it. Sorry. Fly in here. So I mean, overall, I mean, I don't know, man. Obviously, they're thinking way into the future. It's again kind of funny. We were talking about Epler saying they're not sellers. Obviously, it was a full liquidation of the Mets organization here. I mean, all these guys you gave away are your star. All the guys were in the starting roster. Scherzer, Verlander, Tommy Pham, Mark Canha. Obviously early in the season too, they gave away Escobar too. So, it's definitely a full liquidation, and they said it too there. Even Scherzer said it in, the post game, not post game, but post being traded to the Rangers. He was like, talking to Epler, like they're looking to start competing or to, expect to be doing well in 2025, and of course, Epler, did address that. Oh, we're going to be competitive in 2024, but we are looking for the future and stuff like that. And it's clear they did, picking up 17-year-olds, 21-year-old draft picks here. They certainly are looking for a couple of years ahead. I think they still could have done a better job. I would have tried to deal more players, honestly. Like, I tried to deal Marte, Ottavino, probably Brooks Raley as well. Honestly, I would have dealt all those guys. Because I mean, they're not going to be a part of a winning organization. Those guys.
Yeah,
I think that's just like a fact. I mean, I don't even know what the deal with Marte is with these fucking migraines. Like,
right. Well, maybe that could be stopping a trade.
I know, but it's like weird. Like, is this guy really out for this long due to migraines? Sounds kind of fishy to me, Brian.
It is, yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Overall, what we got, I don't know. It was, it's all right, I guess. I mean, they did what they had to do, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I would just be very excited about Gilbert and Acuna.
I am excited, but I mean, it's just obviously really tough to see because I mean, basically Cohen. I mean, talk about his goal of having a World Series within 5 years. It's not happening.
Yeah, but I mean, other than trading, more guys, which you're only going to get lesser prospects for those guys. They're not as hot of a commodity. I think they did as good as they can for those 2 pitchers. I mean, what do you think? I mean, if they didn't need all that money, they wouldn't have got anybody like even close to as good as who they got.
I know. No, you're right. I mean, they had to eat the money. But I don't know. I just feel like those 2 prospects, obviously Acuna too, Like, yeah, you're excited for that, but you did make a lot of other moves that just didn't really. I feel like are going to end up falling flat.
Yeah.
You know, like I understand. You know, like Epler wanted to make moves clearly, and obviously Cohen, they wanted to clean house clearly, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like you could have gotten more for like you could have done more.
Yeah, because you might need those pieces to put together a trade for Corbin Burns in the offseason.
Yeah, like honestly, because it seems like
Acuna for Burns, would you do it?
No, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to still acquire guys who are established in the league.
So you wouldn't trade either one of those guys in a package for Burns?
Who, Acuna or
with a contract extension?
You say Acuna or
Gilbert?
Drew Gilbert. I mean, fucking, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, like those, like Drew Gilbert, like that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Well, but see, so that's what I'm saying. So you are excited about those guys, so that is a good thing. That's what I'm saying.
It is a good thing. Yes.
I wish we had some guys like that we acquired.
I know it would be sick. Like these guys, hopefully they come in.
They're young.
Hopefully, Gilbert can play the outfield. Hopefully, Cunha is one that seems to be a bit more of a for me like I have more confidence in coming in right away and playing well, which is great. So like that's good. But again, like these other guys, I mean, like. Jeremiah Jackson, like I'm not excited about that. That's the guy we got for Dominic Leone. I understand, he's 23 years old. I mean, he's obviously in the minors here for the Angels organization. The Mets sure do love
the Angels organization.
Love the Angels organization for some reason.
Yeah, but Tony, I like Dominic Leone. Like I don't think you can play like just this. If this guy is even marginal, worth it, something.
Yeah.
23, right?
He's got 21 stolen bases this season.
I mean, so that's really good. Something. I mean, plus, that's not bad power for this is a middle infielder.
Yeah.
I mean, no, right or no?
Yeah. 15 doubles, 15 home runs.
Improving upon what he did last year. He only hit 215, same amount of games. He's put his average up pretty good.
So we'll see.
The company has some comments.
Oh, we do. Sorry, excuse me. Here we go. Oh, wow, dude. All right.
Astros cheating was the first one.
Oh yeah, here we go. Josh B. Astros cheating. No, with the sarcasm.
He knows.
You gotta give me a little something else, though, Brian.
Valdez always going for it, though. I want to see go pitch 7 shutout innings. Don't even touch your face. How about that?
That's
don't
ridiculous.
touch it.
How can you not touch your face?
Your sweaty, touch your face fingers off your face.
All right. Yankees trade deadline. Yanni,
buddy.
Dude,
you know it.
Not very happy about it. Josh B says prospects. Come on now. Look at how we talk about Yankee prospects. What's the difference?
The difference is, I think every other organization is better at handling their prospects. So I think like Acuna, like I really. It's gonna suck seeing it across town, but I think he's gonna be a star.
I think he could be too, but I want to see him be brought up right now.
Is he a right-handed hitter?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's look it up, dude. Luis Angel.
Angel.
Is it Angel? Are we confirming that, dude? But right-handed.
Okay.
That's which is totally fine, dude. Also, we have Lonnie coming in and says, "What's up, guys? Hey, Tony, I have that shirt too. I
All American Ford,
better, dude. Shout out to the company.
Shout out to the company.
Prospects are suspects. What was what you said, B?
That's true.
Wow,
that's
dude.
very, very true.
Lonnie loving the shirt. Bronx 718 morning, fellas. What's up? And Alfred, dude, Ancelone.
First time, long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hope you're doing well, Al. And I'm kind of curious, what your thoughts are on what the Mets did the deadline. I think they got pretty good returns. And especially if you think about, I think Acuna is the prized gem. And Max Scherzer, I mean, I don't know. I just don't they're eating all that money. I still don't think for the Rangers. I know they're just in win now mode. They're just going to do it. Yeah. But I think time will tell. That's a terrible deal for the Rangers, honestly.
I don't know, man. I think he's going to pitch really well for Texas. And I think they're going to.
But Gio saying it. I want to say Rick and Dave are saying it. Big spot. Done. Like the playoffs, he's going to get shellacked.
I mean, that's definitely one of his biggest issues with the Mets. I mean, we saw it in the wild card series.
So I'm saying, so why is it a good trade? Then? If that's the track record.
I do think, like, I mean, I understand the track record for the Mets is that he doesn't do well in big spots, but I mean, it wasn't like he had a lot of big spots. It was just the wild card series last season.
Brave series.
And I understand
every start this season
I'm telling you, the change of scenery right here for the Rangers.
Hitter-friendly ballpark, Tony.
I don't care,
saying.
dude.
I'm just saying.
One of his last start was one of his best starts of the season. Like, he has momentum going in his favor. He's going to the Rangers organization. He's clearly ticked off about how the Mets kind of handled the season and how everyone else was performing as well. And he did take accountability for himself.
Yes,
he does do that. But I'm telling you, like, the man has focus. If there's one thing he can do is he can kind of dial it in. So I do think that he pitches well for Texas. Dude.
Well,
we've seen it time and time again with pitchers leaving the Mets specifically too, and having good rest of the seasons.
Chop this one up. I'm telling you, the Texas Rangers are going to be very disappointed what they got of Max Scherzer, because it's not going to be much. I'm telling you. And I think Alfred knows it. And he actually asks, "Are you guys set up to take a call?"
Yeah, buddy.
Would love to.
Phone number is on the ticker below. So feel free to call him. We'll get you hooked up, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah, Tony's ready to talk some Mets. I almost said mice just because I thought it would be funny, but then I feel like we were pushing it the last. Tony's mice. We were pushing it the last.
No, it's funny, dude. It's funny.
But yeah, I mean, I'm very surprised too, because I would think you're somewhat scarred for Scherzer, but I guess what you're telling me, Tony, is you just think the change of scenery is everything, and his age doesn't matter, wearing down doesn't matter, a big spot doesn't matter, a hitter's ballpark doesn't matter. That's what you're telling me.
I will say, I mean, I don't think that it's not. I don't say those things don't matter, Brian, but I am saying, like, I just feel like he's now part of a team that is competing. He was not a part of a competitive team this season. Like, I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to win some games, for the Rangers here. Oh, wow, the call just dropped, dude. Yeah, we just lost. All right, so I call him back. Here we go.
Hello?
Is this Al?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, good morning, man. You're live on the Sports Port, dude.
What's up, boys? What's going on?
Not much, dude. Just talking some trade deadline here.
Craziness, right?
Oh,
yeah.
To be honest, I don't know if I've ever experienced a trade deadline like that. I mean, I know it's been kind of crazy the past few years, but mayhem yesterday, absolute mayhem. So I know you guys were asking about my opinion for the Mets.
Yeah, what do you think?
You know what? At the end of the day, I think the Mets did what they needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I mean, they had a pretty solid game plan coming in, and everyone else thought so too. On paper, they were ranked coming into the season as like a top 5 team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, based off of what everyone else thought, based off of what fans thought, other fans were thinking from like I know Brian was thinking the Mets are probably going to be pretty good this year too. And just so happened, it didn't work out the way that we wanted it to. So, so many things I think factor into why it didn't work out. I do believe when you bring in some old veteran talent like Scherzer and Verlander, even though, they were close teammates, there was talk going through the season that, in the clubhouse seemed to be pretty divided, which doesn't help, I think, it just, the chemistry wasn't there. You had injuries that, Verlander was going through, Scherzer went through some injuries. And then like the whole like prospect situation with like Alvarez coming up, and then like, the Mets, I mean, it seemed like, we were going to call up Ronnie Mauricio at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
mean, he's been on fire since spring training. So like, that kind of going on in the background. Well, I mean, I just think like we kind of got the best of ourselves. Like I do believe the Mets were trying to raise Vogelback's, line to possibly trade him at the deadline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and like we just kept on throwing him in the lineup. Like why? Like I'd much rather have had Mauricio. I think anyone would have preferred to see Mauricio in the lineup, but we decided to throw Vogelback in there because we probably realized that we didn't need him, but he definitely wasn't helping us. You know what I mean? Like, so many weird factors went into this season. I just believe that they probably they just did what they needed to do. They didn't really necessarily get rid of like the core talent. They kept. I'm happy. Like there was talk about Alonso going. Like Tony, how did you feel about that?
Oh my God.
Alonso's Tony's heart and soul.
I wouldn't say heart and soul. But I mean, dude, it would have been a travesty if they traded him. And it was crazy because literally leading up, like yesterday, they were like I saw a quote like Alonso, I haven't really been approached about being traded or anything, but you like at this point, he was like, you never know all these people going out of the team.
And next season is the last year of arbitration.
Yeah.
So my thing is like as long as they kept the core, Alonso, Lindor, Nimmo, McNeil is we gave McNeil like a deal, and I personally I do love McNeil. He's not been doing batting, slugging, numbers like he put up last year, but maybe we can move him. I don't know, but I think we have like a nice solid farm system intact now that we definitely didn't have before. We got so much better in our farm system.
Yeah.
It is exciting to see what's going to come up. My biggest concern now is we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot for pitching for the next 2, at least 3 years. You know what I mean? So pitching is going to be the Mets' weak point for a while. I don't think we can just keep signing guys on 1 or 2 year deals for because they're just going to be old guys if we're going to be doing that. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about the Mets. Very passionate about it. But overall, I do think it was a good thing. I do think offloading Scherzer and Verlander, and it was probably for the best, even though Verlander looked like a stud for the past 2 months. But Bri, I'm curious, man. As a Yankee fan, man, you guys probably already talked about it. How are you okay with what happened yesterday?
Oh no, yeah, we're not okay. Just because, listen, I don't think there was really anybody that great that you could have got. All the guys we wanted, weren't available. Soto, Bellinger, etc. But you would have at least liked to see the guys Wandy Peralta, Severino, IKF, that are going to be free agents. At least, get something from them. So to not do that is tough just because, you need offensive help. And then it just stinks too. You got some guys that we feel could help us right now, but they just don't want to call them up, and they want to keep Billy McKinney on the roster and Peraza in AAA. So it just compounds things. And it's just it's annoying, yes, because they're financially committed to LeMahieu for the next 3 years, Rizzo for next year, plus investing, Stanton for 4 more years. So they feel like their hands are tied, but it's you got to inject some energy because it just, listen, if they don't really bring anybody up and they keep the same roster, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to stay above 500, and they're probably going to finish last. And it just seems like there's just not a direction. And I think obviously it falls on Cashman.
Yeah. So over the course of the past, you can call it 3, maybe 4 years, Cashman's kind of been under the hot seat for a lot. You know what I mean? Personally, that's how I feel. But as a Yankees fan, are you guys ready to move on from Cashman?
Oh, yeah. But literally, the entire fan base, I think, is ready to move on from Cashman and Boone. And we're all just pissed off that they just don't want to do that, because it's just, you think about literally every single guy that he acquired at the trade deadline last year either has gotten hurt or has underperformed. So, you gave up all these guys. You didn't get anything for it. And then, you said, oh, we're going to get a catcher, we're going to get a left fielder, and you just don't. So it just bonehead decision after bonehead decision. And then it's, you compound that, you feel he's setting the lineup. Obviously we don't know for sure. Aaron Boone lies all the time, but he says that he sets the lineup. But like Anthony Rizzo, I mean, he's hitting 150 the past 2 months, but he bats 4th or 5th every single night.
Oh,
like what? But we're big on analytics though. We're huge on analytics. So it's just really, really frustrating. And I was talking about this yesterday. We have the least hits in the league other than the Oakland A's. So you think about that, and it's literally, since I've been watching, it's the worst offense I've ever seen. I mean, it's just not every night you have to expect 1 run, shutout, 3 or 4 hits, guy with a 6 ERA is going to shut us out for 6 innings. It's like, how could it be that bad, and what causes it? And other than, sure, like LeMahieu's cooked. I don't, Rizzo, maybe he's injured, I don't know, but like Stanton, there's no excuse. It's just like, I want to know what is causing this, because I just feel like all of these guys shouldn't be this bad. And it's like, is it an organizational philosophy? I don't know.
Let me ask you this, right? You guys didn't buy, you didn't sell, right? Who are you guys building the Yankee team around? Like, who are your main players that you're building this team around? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it Garrett Cole?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's obviously Cole. It's obviously Judge. And then before this season, I think it was either Hal or Cashman. He said the middle infield's Peraza and Volpe, but of course, Volpe, has been underwhelming, but they're gonna let him ride it out. And I think he'll be fine, but just disappointing. You expected a little better this year. Peraza, they don't even want to like give like a week straight of starts, even though they started them in the American League Championship Series last year. So it's like they say that's their future middle infield, but like they're not giving him a shot. Austin Wells just got promoted to AAA, so. Jason Dominguez has been around for a while, but it just seems like we have to wait so long for these guys to come up. And it's like, just because they make excuses, Stanton's contract, LeMahieu's contract, but it's like, the contract should be irrelevant. It's about what you're doing on the field. So that's the only hope is that they revert and they give the prospects a chance. I mean, before Volpe's chance and just unlimited leash this year, we hadn't seen that in a while. So, you hope that him and Peraza are going to be the middle infielders. You hope that Wells and Dominguez get a chance soon. Spencer Jones down the road is supposed to be a left-handed Aaron Judge. And then hopefully they could trade Gleyber Torres. I wanted them to do it before the deadline, but hopefully he finishes this season well, and they'll definitely be able to get something for him. And I don't know if you guys heard this, but they were saying, I think I was listening to MLB radio yesterday.
Nice.
And that Cashman is so arrogant that GMs don't even want to trade with him.
I heard that he was being very difficult dealing with other teams yesterday, and stubborn.
That's interesting.
It sounds about right, dude.
So it's like, not only is he completely screwing us by who he signs for free agency, who he scouts, who he drafts, but then he's such an arrogant prick that we can't even trade with anybody because he knows everything.
Right.
So vice versa, right? With the Mets, like, people didn't even want to talk with Cohen.
And
like
understudy,
that
Billy
was like
Epler,
year, right?
the Cashman understudy.
Yeah, right. So like, it's kind of it's weird that both New York franchises are like kind of like have a stigma around them that just kind of makes it. I mean, Brian, it's got to kill you. It's got to kill you.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Ask Tony about it.
It kills me to see Brian like this.
Because, like, the Mets, like, and say what you want about Cohen, just comes in with all this money. But at the end of the day, like he's making moves because he's like he's a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a fan. And, like how good, like, I mean, the Mets can be so terrible, but what I said yesterday was like, I was getting questioned about it. I'm like, I'm just happy that we're doing something. You know what I mean? Because back in the Wilpon days,
my God, the Wilpon days.
Yesterday, we would have been exactly what the Yankees are doing. Just
literally would have done nothing. Yeah,
waiting for something to happen and doing absolutely nothing. So I feel you for you, man.
Yeah.
So someone posted on Facebook yesterday, and I completely disagreed, but the frustration, he's a Yankee fan, the frustration that came out of him was, he said the Yankees are equivalent now to the Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, not that far off. And actually,
I said stop. I said stop. You can't be making the two comparisons. That's crazy.
And you would have actually cracked up. We were actually cracking up, like a sarcastic crack up. And this is actually when I heard the thing about people not wanting to deal with Cashman. I was in the car yesterday with Corey and Mike Vitale, who I think you know, he was a year older than us.
Mike. Love him.
So we're in the car together and we're listening to Cashman, like the post trade deadline press conference, and he just goes, he said, like, to finish it up, because when the dust settled, we determined the best move was to stand pat, and we're all just like, we're cracking up because
when the dust settled.
Like, it's like, are you serious?
Oh, you mean like when you just stood around and did nothing?
Yeah.
And then you realize, we can't do anything now.
I was like, oh, the dust under your freaking nose, dude. Like, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, it's comedy. It really is complete comedy. And I know, like, Hal doesn't want to do anything. Cashman has this contract, but I don't know how Hal could not be pissed off. I've said it a million times. Somebody could come in there, spend $70 million less, $80 million less, and develop better, make better trades, better signings, and have a better product and make more money because you have more team success. But he's so stuck on that Cashman has to be in place. I don't understand it.
Weird. Definitely weird, man. Something's got to change in that organization. It's weird to say that as a Mets fan because, I mean, say what you want. You know, the Mets have kind of glorified the Yankees to, you know, for over 20 years about what they do, and we were just getting shafted by the Wilpons. And now kind of, the Yankees are still better than the Mets right now, like by a long shot. You know what I mean? Like, so it's weird what's going on in the Yankees organization. Something doesn't seem healthy. Something doesn't seem right. So I feel for you, Barnes. I wish you the best.
Yeah, no, thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I think, that kind of highlights, Tony, what I was telling you. I think the Mets did well with these trades. Yeah. And what do you think about what I said, Al, in terms of Scherzer? I think he's going to get shellacked in any type of big spot with Texas, that ballpark, everything. I just don't see how you could count on him. Do you think he's going to provide any value for them?
You know, Texas is such a good team.
Oh, yeah, they're a great team.
It's, you know, so like a Scherzer start where he gives up like 4 runs, let's say in 5 innings, isn't the best Scherzer start, but I don't see you maybe 5 runs, but like if you get like 4 or 5 innings with him giving up 4 or 5 runs, that Texas offense is so good that like it might not even matter. You know what I mean? At least like pass it off to the bullpen. I don't think,
that's not good.
When it comes to playoff time, I don't think he's not going to live up to like his Scherzer stat. I think Scherzer's been playing injured for like the past year and a half.
Yeah, he's said that he's had like little things that ail him, like whether it's like a sore shoulder or a tight back or something that he's been always playing through. So it seems the guy isn't 100% for sure. But the guy still, his last start was 7 innings, 1 earned run, I think.
But Tony,
he's what I call like a feel pitcher, right?
Right.
So like he's so good. He's able to like adjust if something's not feeling right, whether it's his elbow or his shoulder. He's so smart. He's such an athlete that he can adjust like by the inning, you know, just to get him out of it.
And you saw it with his pitch selection too. In the later part of this year, he's throwing way more like off-speed pitches and not going to that fastball as much because he knows, the fastball has been hittable. So it's like, and he conserves his arm a little bit because he's not throwing so hard. So that's kind of the adjustment that I saw. Where I saw some better starts from him. He's not going to be what people expected him to be with the Mets. That's why he got traded to the Rangers, dude. But it doesn't matter.
If he's giving up 4 or 5 runs, then it's not worth giving up Acuna. They're going to regret this. I'm telling you.
I don't think so.
They are going to regret
he's good because they're looking to win now. They're not going to win. Acuna's not playing now. Like, it was a good move by the Rangers. I feel bad if it doesn't work out for them because I feel like if another big pitcher comes in from the Mets, they're never going to do another deal for a Mets pitcher ever again, dude.
I'm surprised though, because I mean, everything I hear, people calling into, Rick and Dave and on the fan, everybody hates Scherzer. Every single Mets fan hates Scherzer, says he's finished, said they're so glad he's out of there. So it's surprising that you guys think he still has something to offer. It's the first I've heard of it, honestly.
No, I'm saying he's going to help the Rangers, dude. He obviously isn't doing well. He wasn't doing well for the Mets. And I mean, it's interesting, actually, Al. I know you mentioned that there was a clubhouse issue from the start of the season. Do you know any more about that?
No, these are based off of comments. I forgot where it was coming from. I think it might have been like Lindor. This could have been like, don't quote me, but it was someone close to the clubhouse was saying there was a divided locker room. Yeah.
So weird.
So. Well, you know what? You have like a lot of strong personalities. When you have so many strong personalities in a locker room, it can definitely divide you. And when I say divide, it's not people it's usually not people arguing with each other. It's just people not really like being friends with each other. It just feels like we're all here because we have a job to do. You know what I mean? And that's, from my experience, that's like, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not vibing with each other and you're not really having fun playing the game with each other, you're actually not going to win the World Series. I mean, it's a very, very, you have to be able to enjoy it. And if you're not being able to do that with your teammates, it's going to create, a toxic atmosphere. And so, yeah, I think, Lindor, very strong personality in that locker room.
Yeah, we know about the raccoon in the dugout.
Right. And then you have like guys like Nimmo and Alonso who are like, hey, like you're yippee happy and just happy to be here. Right. But Scherzer's a very serious player. Lindor is like, to be honest, I mean, he's doing pretty well this season besides his average, but I think his baseball, personally, like, I've been studying him for a while. I think he's really just into his family now.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's enjoying playing baseball as much as he used to. And like, I might have spoke with you guys about it before. Brian, as a Yankee, you might be able to agree with this, but the New York media can absolutely tear someone down.
Oh yeah.
To the point where I really don't think people like Lindor even like talking to the media. I think they just do it because they have to.
Right.
But the New York media they fish like no one else does. And any other organization actually bothers me as a fan a lot, because I could tell in these press conferences that the players are super, super bothered by it. So like, I don't think Lindor is necessarily happy. He came in as Mr. Smile,
right?
When we first got him, dude, the guy hasn't really been smiling. You know what I mean? Like,
I know it's tough. What your comments about the media. I think you're right. The New York media does fish like no other, and I think because of that, that's why we get so many like managers and players, from these teams that are just like pussyfooting around questions or like kind of like, or just straight out lying. I don't know what to believe. And again, like you point to, a tough clubhouse atmosphere. You point to the personalities of Lindor. McNeil's another big personality, and we know there's scuffle. Thank you, Renee. About the raccoon in the dugout. Like, they lied about that off the get-go. They lied about that, like, to the media that night, and they continued to lie. And then it kind of came out that they had an issue, whatever, and apparently the beef has been squashed. But I mean, you mentioned what a toxic atmosphere can do to a team. I mean, you saw, Jeff McNeil, someone who won the batting title last year. I mean, he is not anywhere near how he was hitting last season. We know about Marte, even though having an injury, hitting nowhere near what he did last season. Lindor's doing a little bit better too, but Nimmo's not doing as well as last season. Like, all these guys came out into this season who were expected to be great, who were expected to be like, the core of the team, who just haven't been hitting well. Even Alonso, his average is terrible. It's like 220 right now. Yeah, he's hitting for power, but he's not doing as well as he was doing last season. And all these guys defensively too. I mean, Brett Beatty is nowhere near where we would have thought him be developed as a third baseman. We traded away Escobar, albeit he sucked, but we traded away him because we thought Beatty would be a great everyday third baseman who's reliable, and he's just not that. So, I mean, you know, it does seem like that points to something wrong within the clubhouse, within the organization, because these guys were not making fundamental mistakes this year. They weren't making those last year, you know?
And the whole media narrative, I think, though, just for them and like, oh, how it affects them, I think it's all BS. Like, you know what? Then go retire if you can't handle it. I just think just you're playing out there. Answer for how you're doing. Like me and Tony talk about it all the time, Al. There's this big charade going on that people think that they handle the media well. Nobody handles the media well. We see it. We know what's going on. We know you suck. Stop trying to turn it around. There's no other answer. There's no excuse. I don't know why that plays into it. You don't have to play baseball. Brian. You don't have to play.
Yeah, like there shouldn't be handle the media. Just be honest.
Be better.
Yeah,
that too.
Like just to have accountability. Like to be honest with the media, and they won't be fishing. Yeah, they're fishing because they know you're BSing them in this conference. Like so, they're gonna keep asking questions. They're gonna ask Max Scherzer about how he feels about different trades. Like they're going to ask other players, and then it's going to create an even worse atmosphere within the organization because now other players are being asked about like what Lindor is thinking. It's like, I don't want to fucking speak about that. Like, I don't know what he's thinking.
And I just think New York pressure is an excuse for being bad at what you do. That's all it is. Because if you were that good, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously.
I agree. I completely agree.
How do you also
boys, I don't want to take away
you
your whole entire show. I know you probably have football and golf to get into and stuff like that. So I could talk hours about this. But
I'm
gonna let you guys go.
No, but
when's the next time you guys are at? When's the next time you guys are at Horseshoe Cafe?
Not this weekend, but next weekend.
The following Sunday. Yeah.
I'm going to put it on my calendar. If I can make it, then I would love to.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. You could come on.
I always appreciate having another Mets fan on board, you know?
Barnes probably wants to kill me.
No. See, it's you. At least, you know, my problem isn't Mets fans. It's annoying Mets fans. But luckily, you're out of that category, Al, so you're good with us.
Nice. A win in my books.
Wait, Al, do you think Brian's an annoying Yankees fan? Real quick.
No. You know what? The annoying Yankee fans to me are the ones that complain like that they're such a bad team when they're like 10 or 15 games over 500, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like you guys aren't bad. You're going through like a little slump. You're still like doing really well, but because you're low in the division, like you're not necessarily a bad team. I mean, I think you're going to see that division like break up tremendously within the next month when they start playing like interleague stuff or start playing like divisional rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and hopefully they have a good stretch ahead. That's definitely for sure.
Yeah, but hey, guys, thanks for having me.
Anytime, Al.
All right, guys.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, later.
Peace.
Well, all nice, right. Dude. Yeah. Great call there from Al.
Yeah. Absolutely love it, dude.
Yeah. You love the passion, baby. The fire.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about. And so is Josh B, who says David Jeter did it the best, hands down.
David Jeter. Now, honestly, like, you know what, dude? Like, I hate to be a devil's advocate here because, like, you know, people always talk about how great Jeter was, but I don't know, man. I mean, you hear him talk about it too. The one thing he always mentions is that how, like, you know, when he played, there was no social media, dude. So I do honestly wonder like what it would be like if Derek Jeter was around playing now, like in his heyday.
No, but I'm telling you, all these guys that this even comes into a factor. You're weak. You suck and you're weak, and that's it. Yeah. You're a baby. You're a big baby if you can't handle it. I mean, I know you're tired of it too. Like, and then because I'm telling you, you would see this and you would get pissed off. And I know you feel it's adequate, you know, what Francisco Lindor does, but I am telling you, Tony, if he tomorrow was traded to St. Louis, I could see him hitting 300 again. That really? OPS back to 900. I'm telling you.
I mean, I will say though, he does. I don't know. He does like speak to the media well, and I will say to Al's point, he was smiling last night in the field. He had a nice, I think like backhanded jumping throw to first, and he was having a good time, dude. It is. But it just sucks that you do have to question whether or not, like, yeah, he says he's happy with the Mets, but like, you do question, like, is he telling the truth at this point?
Right. But why are you like the guys? They get annoyed about these questions because they know the questions are legit.
Right. No, yeah, they do. They do know.
So,
and it's like,
what do you want? What do you want them to ask? What do you say? Oh, how happy are you with your performance?
When you're
Anthony Rizzo, you're hitting 150.
When you hit 150, they're going to ask you, what's wrong with your batting stance? Like, of course, they're going to, what do you think is wrong? Like, of course, they're going to fucking answer. That's their job, dude.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is just answer the goddamn question, and that's it, dude. If they like, Hollywoodize. They like make it all, they make it all dramatic by lying.
Yeah.
So people are more interested. They're going to ask you more. It makes no sense. If you just nip it in the butt and get ahead of it, like, I got to do better, dude. Like, I'm not recognizing pitches right now. I can't hit anything that's off speed. Like, I'm sitting fastball when I should be sitting curveball, Like, just be honest about it, dude.
The legend,
as Matthew.
Who cares? Walks in.
So, yeah, dude, it's definitely super tough, but I don't know, man. Obviously there's a lot of questions in terms of the Mets' future. But I will say, Max Scherzer, is spilling the beans hard about the Mets organization. And
Billy Epler with the shot saying, oh, yeah, it was a closed doors conversation.
Yeah. There's a whole article in The Athletic now of Max Scherzer. Like, he got interviewed and he's saying like that the Mets are competing now for 2025, 2026. That Billy said, and quoting Billy, like, oh, like 2024 is going to be a transitional year. And honestly, I don't know. I was going to ask Al before, but obviously, that's totally fine. But I wonder, like, what, like, I wonder if Epler should even still be sticking around, dude. I understand, like, look at this trade deadline, and he made necessary moves. He got good prospects, like Al was saying. The Mets farm system does look a lot better now.
But if David Stearns is coming in, he has a completely different mindset. What is Billy going to do? Go get him coffee?
Right. That's what I mean. Like, it's at this point, Cohen is sticking with Billy Epler.
Yeah.
Which is tough, dude. But I will say, at this point, you got to say, Epler is making better moves than Cashman. So
everybody's, because Cashman's not doing anything.
I know.
Kenyon Middleton, dude.
You like that?
It just doesn't make any sense. You're gonna go for a rental, get some type of hitter, some type of different look at the plate. Middleton, his ERA is like 9 the past 2 months, Tony. It doesn't make any sense. Overall numbers are good. Journeyman, free agent after the year. You gave up, I believe, a 24-year-old pitcher. I get why you did it though, because he had been between rookie ball and single A since 2019. So I guess, he wasn't progressing the way they wanted. His numbers were good. I did have it pulled up who the player was, Juan Corella. So in 83 innings pitched at Hudson Valley, had a 3.67 ERA, struck out 109 batters, whip 1.164. So, not a bad return for the White Sox. That's somebody, you're going to take a chance on. He struck out 110, 79 innings last year in Tampa. But like I said, the trajectory has been slow. Came into the organization at age 17. He's 21. He's still in single A. Middleton, I guess it's a different arm. And me and Corey and Mike were talking about it yesterday. It's, I guess he could replace Abreu, but it's like looking at those numbers, Tony, I think he is Albert Abreu, basically.
Yeah, you said it. His month of July has been an absolute dumpster fire. 8.8 and a third innings pitched, 11 hits, 8 earned runs, 5 walks, dude. 8.64 ERA for the month of July. Not great. And I don't know, dude. His month before was a 4.82. I guess he was looks like in May he did all right.
No, he was good April and May, but that's months ago. That's when the Yankees actually could play baseball.
Yeah.
So yeah, terrible job. Like we all know. So that was tight. They also at the last segment, claimed Spencer Howard off waivers from the Rangers. He was a second round pick by the Phillies 2017 draft. He's 27 years old, just turned 27 on July 28th. But in 38 games in the big leagues, 29 starts, his ERA is 7.2. So I know he thinks, another Matt Blake reclamation project.
Is it though?
Well, that's what it feels like.
Is it gonna be?
No, it's not. It's not. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, if you want to do something marginal, at least, like I said, have it be an offensive player. We're not concerned about the pitching. So I don't know what the plan is there, but like I said, I guess that's what they're thinking. And I guess it says his free agency is until 2027. So you do have some time for that. And I'm sure he thinks, Middleton can work some magic with Matt Blake. Mm-hmm. But if they were going to do nothing, I would have rather had them, move, like I was saying before, the guys with the expiring contracts. But they don't. And then to top it off, another dud on the field last night, falling 5-2 to the Tampa Rays last night, and not scoring the runs till the bottom of the ninth inning. No, it's fine. It's fine, and it's just it's crazy. It's not as long as it feels, but I feel like I referenced this a couple other times before, but just the look on your face when I talk about this, like you just this is like the most ridiculous thing ever. It's like Patkin.
I could see how tight you are. I can see it in your no, but it's like something I've never seen.
Speaking of a tight one, well, because even the years that we didn't make the playoffs since we've been watching Yankee baseball,
this is the most tight I've ever seen.
Well, just
about the Yankees,
because you can't hit. I mean, how can you not hit?
It's worse and worse. No hitting,
and it's like, and then we're stuck with all these guys for a couple years, and I know they got rid of Hicks earlier this year, but I don't know if they're gonna just eat both LeMahieu and Stanton's contract after the year. I mean, I don't think that's
definitely not Stanton. They're in love with Stanton, dude. They love Stanton.
Yeah. LeMahieu, I mean, maybe they could eat 80% of it and trade him for cash considerations or something.
Who would want him though? He's...
and
they all suck.
It's just I just. Yeah, and I would have liked to trade Glaber before the deadline, but I guess they were asking too much. And I don't know if you heard on your way in or not, but we were talking about before, the reason why like more moves weren't made. I guess Cashman to all the other GMs is a complete prick. Nobody likes him because he thinks he knows everything. And then he had the audacity. I was listening with Corey and Mike in the car to his press conference after the trade deadline, and he ended it by saying, "When the dust settled, we decided it was best to stand pat." Oh, when the dust settled, I said, "What, under your fucking nose?" Like, but right though, like, what are you saying?
Oh my god, dude, it's so
like
brutal.
It is.
The infections can be.
It's just so embarrassing.
It's like having
but you know what I mean. Not only is he screwing us over by not bringing in the right talent, not scouting the right way, but then he has to be so arrogant on top of it that we can't even make any trades with any other organizations. I mean, that's pretty low.
That's how you know it's bad. That's how you know.
So it just feels hopeless, and the only thing that can be done, and obviously, we don't feel like it's going to happen, is for them to start playing some better baseball. But it feels like McClanahan. They're going up against McClanahan tonight. I mean. That's 7 no-hit innings. Sure, Garrett Cole's going to pitch well, but you just it's just crazy. I've never watched a Yankee team where it's a question if they could score 3 runs.
That's a lot.
Yeah, dude,
a lot for them.
It's not good. I mean, nothing's good. You don't have any bats.
Last night,
you think Sean Casey lasts the year? Honestly,
yeah.
At this point, dude, it's like
you're not going to have your 3rd hitting coach of the year, but he's obviously not going to come back.
But Boone needs to get fired.
But
shake it all up.
And it's the tough part too is, and I know they're not even performing well. But last night, that's a game like you have to win. Going into it, you thought Rodon was going to pitch well, and you bench Bader and Stanton. Like it's like this resting program.
They didn't even trade him.
You need to win games.
The resting. At least they're hydrated and rested, Tony. They're getting good night's sleep. No, it's really the biggest joke that we've ever seen, and then it's like we can't have Peraza up here full time. We need Billy McKinney. Anthony Rizzo has to bat 4th or 5th every single game, even though he can't hit water falling out of a boat.
He's got a broken neck.
I mean, it's all stuff that's so obvious. It just could not be more frustrating. And it's just tough too. I mean, sure, it's nice you're giving Volpe a chance, but he's not performing. So I have to say, I mean, I thought he was going to be, a significantly better at this point in the year than he has been. I know I feel fine that he's going to do well moving forward in next season, but didn't you expect him to have some pretty good numbers right now?
Yeah. Well, I thought, I don't know. I mean, the only basis I was thinking on is it was going to be like Jeter.
Right.
But I guess that's not really that's maybe not, realistic. Yeah. But I mean,
that's not realistic.
So
how I was feeling. That's how they shape the whole story behind it. So it's hard not to think like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tony, you know what I mean? Like the whole story.
I mean, yeah,
it's the same thing. It's the same story as Jeter. So it's that's all we had.
I mean, that's all they talked about when he came up.
Yeah.
Jeter, next year. You immortalized the guy
thanks
already.
A lot.
So,
yeah. So
once again,
and I know Rodon didn't pitch well last night. 4 innings, 4 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed. Only went 4 innings through 97 pitches, 6.29 ERA so far. I'm still not worried though. I just think he missed a lot of time, and I think he can be an effective pitcher for us.
He's got to get his feet.
Especially next season, I think you'll see him putting a full season of good body work. He's just getting his feet wet. And I mean, does it even matter at this point? I mean, unless you're going to pitch, you're going to give up no runs. We don't really have a chance to win. So,
what's also really pathetic about Stanton, how they won't let him run. That's really bad.
Yeah.
That's really
bad, it goes with the rest roulette that Josh B says.
Really beat.
Yeah, honestly.
And it's like, dude, what is the matter? Why?
But
is he like this?
And it's just it's crazy too. I mean, just every single Yankee fan has the same thought process. I mean, this is pathetic. You feel like the organization's not serious. Winning's
serious,
not a priority.
How could you think they're serious from top to bottom? Hal does not give a shit.
Yeah. So
they're not, dude. They say stupid things. It makes no sense. So
still gonna
they suck.
Still gonna hope for the best. But I mean, I wouldn't bet my life savings
they
that
better
they beat the Rays tonight. I mean, I think Cole.
They're not gonna beat the Rays, dude.
Well, I do feel like though Cole is because Cole hates the Rays. I think he's gonna be fired up, but I don't know.
They're
if
not gonna score any runs for him. So it'll be 0-0, or it'll be 1-0 Yankees, and then they'll take Cole out, and then whoever they bring in will blow it. Cole will not even get a win or a loss.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if they were to hit McClanahan,
I'm telling you,
it would be the first pitcher that's any good that they've hit since May. So I mean, we'll have to see what happens, but we're all disgusted. We're all embarrassed. So hopefully they give us some type of hope, but obviously it's not looking good. And it's almost as frustrating, Tony, as losing on a walk-off balk.
Yeah, dude. Mets last night lost in extra innings, dude. Yeah, I swear to God.
Walk-off balk?
In extra innings, 7-6 off of a walk-off balk, dude. And we're going to look at this game.
The Chapman walk-off walk.
Can you please pull that up? I haven't seen that, dude.
Or
unless you weren't going to, I will watch it myself.
Yeah, I can try to pull it up here.
No.
Let's see. Don't you?
No. You done it again.
You did it again. That's
Tony. That's pretty. That's really, really pretty bad, dude.
Dude, it is
really
awful,
bad, dude.
At least they might have the next round with
Stand by here.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing.
Wait, when? Oh, yeah, 10 hours ago.
Yankees should take a play out of the Braves page of the Braves playbook. Figure it out.
Yeah, well, you got to give the guys.
All right, so I guess to set the
Michael
tone
Massey,
a little
who
bit,
killed
dude.
The Yankees. I think he hit 3 home runs.
No one cares
Mets,
about the
Bronx.
Yankees.
Oh, come on, Tony.
Dude, stop it. Honestly.
We care. It doesn't mean that we're not frustrated.
All right, so here we go, dude. Oh shit. All right, here we go.
Oh shit.
Kind of blew it a little bit, but that's okay, dude.
So
Let's go back, dude.
delay
All right, so here comes
Josh balk off. Oof.
All right, listen, guys.
I thought you were talking about Josh B though when you said Josh. That's why I said it.
No. Okay. All right. First of all, let's take it easy, guys. All right. All right. I understand.
Easy, guys.
Yankee fans are frustrated. Don't take it out on the Mets, dude. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that.
Come on, Tony. You got to admit though, Tony.
Don't do it.
I never really give you a hard time though.
Yes, you do, dude. You give me the hardest time, dude. You are the worst.
I don't always switch.
Here we go, dude.
The worst.
All right, so let's just set the tone here. Obviously, we are in extra innings here. We're in the bottom of the 10th. All right, and miraculously, the Mets didn't score any runs on Zach Greinke. Only scored one run through 5 innings of Zach Greinke. Zach Greinke looking like a veteran pitcher out there, by the way. So let's just take it easy.
Don't get too excited.
Let's just take it easy here. Let's take it easy.
Wait.
Maybe they'll designate him and the Mets can pick him up.
Top of the 10th here.
Greinke, the Rays?
No, the Royals.
So top of the 10th here, Alvarez absolutely cranks a dinger, 431 feet. Obviously, it goes for around a second, so it makes it 6-4. Let's fucking go, dude. By the 10th comes in. We have Brooks Raley, who should have been traded at the trade deadline, pitching for the Mets here. Leadoff double, and then another single. Scores the 2 runs on the bases here, dude. Makes it 6-6. Absolutely terrible. Bring in Grant Hartwig. Struck out the first guy. And then throwing error by Beatty off of a stupid single. Beatty, again, proved that he is not really an everyday third baseman, making some stupid mistakes here. And I think before that, I think Alvarez sailed a pitch, not a pitch, a throw to third base to try and catch someone stealing. Not good, dude. But after that, walks, Waters, so bases loaded here. In comes in Josh Walker. Where did he graduate from? University of New Haven. It's already screwed off. Okay, dude. Doesn't get a pitch off. So here he's on the mound, dude. And I don't know, man. We'll see. Pitch comm issues. Alvarez calls a timeout, but you'll notice
I'm on a lag.
Walker.
So
what do you see it
on the laptop? Yeah.
Okay.
Like you just played it.
And
coming
then
out. Alvarez is coming out.
Yeah, Alvarez came out. Called it. Walk off balk, dude. And I guess this highlight is probably not going to show the replay of it. But you'll see. There is they show
because he just got up because he stood up.
No. So, what Walker did wrong was that he was on the mound, dude. He was on the mound. He went on the mound, and then he moved his left leg, and that is technically a balk. It was a balk. But apparently, Walker wasn't getting anything in his pitch comm or whatever, and then he got a little nervous because the pitch clock was going down. And before Alvarez was able to get up and call time for the pitch clock for the pitch comms, he had already moved off the mound, and it was a balk, and the bases were loaded, and he brought the run in, and it was fucked. It's over. Game over, dude. It was a balk. So stupid. Josh Walker didn't even get a pitch off, dude.
Dude, wait. That's ridiculous.
I know. And he said it post game, meant the lapse, the pitch clock, the pressure, lost it, was just trying to focus on the batter, and you fucking blew it, dude. Why even get on the mound if you have an issue with pitch clock? And then if you are, just be like pitch clock, just fucking start screaming and don't move. Instead he moves. He balked, dude. He's a fucking loser. Who balks, dude? All right. University of New Haven. Idiot.
Wow, Tony.
Because come on, man. And, dude, and of course the bullpen blows it. Brooks Raley blows it in the 10th. Grant Hartwig comes in, who's someone who I've actually enjoyed watching coming out of the bullpen. He's 26 years old. Does seem like he has a future. Blows it. And it's like, on top of that, you couldn't fucking get more than one earned run. You couldn't hit Zach Greinke, dude.
That's embarrassing.
And it started first inning, Lindor gets on base, gets picked off at first immediately. Like, what are you doing?
A walk-off ball.
I don't know if you saw, Alonso's trying to field the foul ball, slides, hits him in the face, the ball. Blows it, dude. Alvarez getting stolen on left and right. Could not throw anyone out off of steals last night.
What are you doing?
And then fucking Brett Beatty could not play third base in the last 2 innings of the game.
Beatty, I feel like, is underperformed.
No shit, underperformed. I mean, he had a terrible bat.
But I feel like you're still confident in him.
I mean, he's young and he's got a good attitude, but I mean, it's these stupid mistakes at third base. There's a couple ground. Of course, some of these are tough plays, but you got to make them. You got to dig deep. You got to grit your teeth, and you got to make these plays, dude. Get your body in front of the ball. Okay, stop trying to reach for balls here. It's not good. Nothing was good there. And the fucking balk to end it all. Alvarez.
That is.
I know. Alvarez is his 21st home run, an absolute just bomb of a home run.
At least
too.
He's sick, though, no?
Yeah, it is dope, but I mean, make better throws, dude.
Yeah.
For people, try to catch people stealing, for God's sakes. Be a little better, dude. And I know he's young, so you give him a pass. He's been contributing a lot offensively. Brett Beatty hasn't, though. He's not been contributing offensively. He's not developing into that.
Now, is your confidence that he's going to be fine just simply he's young? He'll figure it out?
I think so, but I think, they're bringing in, Jeremiah Jackson. He can play third base.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely gonna put some pressure on him from some guys in the minors. I mean, there are like Mark Vientos can play third base. Ronnie Mauricio can play third base as well. Al made a great point where Mauricio's that was the talk of the town was Mauricio coming into this season, dude.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen a major league game yet.
Do you think
what are we doing?
It is service time. It's Brian Cashman service time.
I guess it must be.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the only other thing I can think of is using him to trade, and they didn't trade him. So, like, obviously, it's service time. And it doesn't make any sense, though. The guy's raking.
Do you think he's going to get called up before the end of the year?
Yes.
He's in AAA.
Has to. I think so. Yeah.
Do we have numbers?
Let's see. Are they not going to? Oh my God! I hate when Ronnie Mauricio, minor league.
All she wrote, Renee.
Thank Renee.
Sayonara.
Syracuse AAA here. 391 at bats. He's batting 294. Slugging 494. 16 stolen bags, 57 ribbies, 16 home runs, 26 doubles, Brian.
Doubles.
A lot of doubles, dude. 2 triples. So he's hitting well. Slugging could be, I guess, a little bit better. But I mean, hey man, that's a guy who seems like he could be ready. I mean, he's got a lot. I mean, talk about service time, he's 422 plate appearances here. So it's like, bring him up, dude.
Yeah.
Bring him up.
I
want to see. Yeah, he's played. Let's see, this year a little bit of left field.
All she wrote, Renee. So basically, all she wrote.
Yeah.
And like you don't even want to say bye to me.
No,
okay, I said it.
22 games left field, 25 games shortstop today this year. So primarily plays shortstop, I suppose. Maybe that's why they didn't bring him up. But I mean, oh, sorry, your mic was muted.
I was saying, how crazy is it that the Mets and Yankees both completely blew it this year? Totally blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick.
Josh B says he crushed it spring training, killing it still. What are they waiting for now?
No, again, it's Billy Epler, Brian Cashman school.
Yeah, I think so.
He didn't even want to bring up Alvarez.
No, he didn't.
Like, the only reason Alvarez is even playing is because he did so well.
Also, Narvaez should have been fucking gone, too. That guy should not be on the roster at all. He should have been traded.
Right.
Like, you should have traded Vogelback. You should have traded, like I said, like, Rayleigh, Ottavino. Try to trade Marte. Why do you still have those guys?
Yeah.
Why? Get more prospects. Get more people. Anybody else?
Doesn't make any sense. And then I was trying to think of, like, just if we missed any other big things. I guess the biggest type
we can talk about other trades. I got other trades
was Jack Flaherty going to Baltimore. But I don't know. I just feel like we've seen him struggle for a couple years now. It's like, is he ever actually going to turn it around? I don't know.
It could be. Josh Bell to Miami. I like that.
Josh Bell went to Miami.
Yeah, dude.
Josh Bell sucks though now, doesn't he?
I mean, he was doing really well last season. I think he had a good start to this season.
He was hammering them last year, right?
San Diego. He actually did. He's batting 233, excuse me, 11 home runs, 48 RBIs. I don't know, dude. That's not that great. But Miami, I guess, had a little depth, maybe a little DH position there, dude.
How about Miguel Andujar? I was just looking at this. 4 for 5 with a double, 5 RBIs for AAA Indy for Pittsburgh yesterday.
Really?
And he's hitting 361, slugging 580 and 357 plate appearances. I know he's been through the ringer. He's missed seasons, injuries, poor performance. I think he could still do it, honestly.
I think so.
What is he, 29?
Do you wish 30? The Yankees had him and they could put him at third base?
Yeah.
Do you wish that they didn't blow that one too?
Yeah, because I get it. He didn't play well,
up and down.
Yeah,
up and down.
Exactly.
Do the same thing to Peraza now. Do the same thing with Florial.
Yeah.
No, dude. Just keep doing that over and over.
Well,
again.
especially now, what are you
really
doing? Because
well.
you didn't trade Florial. So what's the plan?
There's
Tony?
no plan.
You got to bring him up. That's the plan.
He comes up.
I do.
Yeah.
Has to.
I wish the roster still expanded to 40.
That would be sick.
But
they don't, dude. But they don't, dude. What do you think about Paul DeJean going to Toronto, dude?
He sucks. I was talking about that.
Really? How about?
You don't think so?
I mean, I think he could.
Rich Hill, G-Man Choi does get
Rich
traded.
Hill, G-Man Choi to the Padres.
Bad move.
Dude.
It's Nelson Cruz. It's Matt Carpenter. Terrible move.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure who they gave up.
Terrible move. Terrible.
But I mean, G-Man Choi.
Terrible.
G-Man Choi. Brad Hand went to the Braves.
He gets traded every trade deadline.
I could see him honestly doing pretty well for the Braves. I feel like he was on the Braves before. Definitely was, right?
I think so.
I think so. I feel like he's pitched everywhere.
Yeah. Speaking of pitching everywhere, I believe Rich Hill, 13th different ball club he's been with.
Yes, I know you heard on Rick and Dave that he's tied with some guy in the 20s and Octavio Lotel, who pitched for the Yankees and the Mets. And number 1 is Edwin Jackson. Yes, Tony, I know. That's where you got it from. No?
Wow. Yeah, that is where I got it from.
Jeez, you're not allowed to joke around anymore. Times are tough, Tony.
Do you like that, Tony?
I thought you'd enjoy a little comedy, no?
That was comedy, Brian.
You really were.
You didn't like that one, Anthony, huh?
Brian.
You really were tight though.
Hey, Boom.
Wow.
What's the matter, dude? What you not? You're breaking everything.
Are you blowing it, dude?
Knock stuff over.
Who cares?
Is that a bite?
Yeah.
So I guess it is a bite. But
what do you mean, guess, dude?
On the diamond, is it a bite tonight? We mentioned, before you went 1 and 1 and 2 in the first night of the pick segment.
Dude, we're going to Sakura, baby.
We are going to Sakura soon.
Sakura.
This one is for bowling. But yeah, this is the last time I'm doing it, Tony. The next game I cannot take the Yankees against the Astros. They get swept by the Rays, so I'm gonna just blind faith one more time.
You keep picking the Yankees.
You know what? I think
you keep picking the Yankees.
I think Cole is so frustrated. I think he's gonna do everything he can to pitch a complete game. I really do. So,
do you think he will?
Yeah.
Okay.
Complete game
because the analytics say Boone's got to take him out.
2 earned runs, 110 pitches, 13 strikeouts. And the Yankees win 3-2. Aaron Judge walk-off home run. Bottom of the 9th. I was trying to think who did
Wait, are they not in Tampa?
No, they're not.
Oh wow.
Why am I blanking on who's the closer for the Rays?
Don't know.
He came in yesterday too. Struck out Stanton, pinch hitting. Time runs on.
The young kid, the younger dude?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I can't believe it's completely blanking me. Oh, well, actually, I have it right here. It's Fairbanks, Peter Fairbanks. And I don't even think he's actually probably that young. But yeah, I'm gonna say a 3-2 win. So another nice 3 runs. So Brian's cheesing, and I'm talking about Cashman. And hopefully we salvage the last game. Yeah, Fairbanks is 29. Are you back in the Mets tonight?
Absolutely. Senga,
no
8 innings, dude. No, stop it. Senga is gonna have one hell of a start. He's our ace now, so he's probably pretty excited about that. I can see him just absolutely fanning 11 through 8 innings, maybe 1 earned run. Bullpen doesn't have to come in and blow it that much. I guess Ottavino for the save. I don't fucking know, dude. Not gonna use Rayleigh. I mean, honestly, you might as well just throw out David Peterson and get the save.
Why not?
Tony, you might as well go out there and get
the
save.
I will save the game, dude. But I don't think it really matters anyway because I think Alonso deep, Alvarez deep, Lindor, the people, everyone pretty excited. DJ Stewart may be getting a dinger as well. I think he went 3 for 4 last night. Actually,
Stewie,
stop.
Did he? What do you mean stop, dude? Stop.
He's not hitting a dinger.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
He's just not.
Why?
He sucks.
Tell me why. He doesn't suck.
Yes,
dude.
he does.
Went 2 for 3 last night, dude. With a walk, so I appreciate that, dude. So yeah, give me him with a dinger, dude. DJ Mendick at second base. Dude, tell me it's not his name. Go ahead.
It is.
I know it is.
Wait, first of all,
it is.
how many strikeouts for Senga?
11.
11. And then what's the final?
I'll say 5-2.
5-2. Peterson for the save.
Yeah.
96 on the gun.
96 on the gun. That's
all
his
right.
thing.
I'm gonna take Tony Gonsolin versus the A's. I mean, this is too easy for the Dodgers. They just do everything so well, and they're what the Yankees should be. And Harris is the guy that you talked about getting hammered.
Oh yeah.
What's the first name? I have it right.
Not Michael.
Is it a weird? It's a weird one or no?
Jimmy Harris.
Oh, Hogan. I know
Hogan.
it was something
Yeah,
weird
it
like
was.
that.
Yeah.
Hope Hogan. So yeah, I think the Dodgers blank them. Tony, 6 innings, 10 strikeouts,
Tony.
no earned runs. 8-0 Dodgers. Is that fair, Tony?
I love it, dude. Yes. I think I'm gonna stay within the California area. I think the Giants, dude.
They've been hot.
Logan Webb, yeah, they've been hot. They've been hitting really well. And you know who's not been hot? The Diamondbacks. They've had a pretty piss poor month. Closing in. They're only
they did get Paul Sewald though.
Yeah, dude.
You're not worried about him in the ninth?
Nah, dude.
Nah, bro.
How about Michael Conforto hitting his 14th home run?
He sucks.
Dude, leading the team in runs batted in. So that's kind of cool though. Give me San Francisco. I don't know, maybe like 3-1.
The Padres
3-1, huh?
fresh off the momentum of Rich Hill, of Josh. No, not Josh Bell. Was it? Or no, G-Man Choi.
G-Man Choi, baby.
In Colorado here. And you got Joe Musgrove. Who is not on the Rays, despite what the caller on Ricky
was
Dave
never
thought.
on the Rays, by the way, either.
Santi looked that up, or was that RJ? I think RJ looked it up.
If he ever was?
I don't know.
No, he wasn't. But the Padres, they won last night. They're going to take this series tonight. I think they're motivated. They didn't sell. Soto has been on a bender. So I think they hammer the Rockies. You know, the Coors altitude. Soto hit 2 runs last night. I think he hits another 2 tonight.
Yeah.
And the Padres shellac the Rockies. I'm going to say 12-2.
That's cool, dude. 12-2. My last pick here, just kind of dwindling around. I mean, do I go with the Twins? I don't think so, dude. Oh, I guess I'll take the Rangers. Dane Dunning facing his former team, the Chicago White Sox, dude. Dane Dunning, 3.28 ERA. You look at his last few starts. Nothing great, really, at all. But I just think law of averages against the old team. We've seen it before. 6 shutout innings from him, I think. Dylan Cease maybe gives up a couple. Last 6 innings. Rangers win 3-1.
What do you think Josh B means could have been the call of the year, LOL?
For is he talking about Soto's home runs? Like someone's second home run, maybe? Like the call?
Wait, did he just comment?
11:32. That was a minute ago.
Yeah. Trying to think what else we would have been talking about. Must have been one of our predictions.
Yeah.
But I think it was before Soto.
Oh. What did we talk about?
Oh, he said that DR caller. That's what he was talking about.
Okay,
yeah. That was really funny. And Dave thinking Glasnow is 40 was hilarious.
Tyler Glass.
But needless to say, Tony, and I know, I guess, yeah. I mean, you always say no matter what the circumstances are, you're not looking for better draft position. You want to win tonight. So
yeah, because
all I was gonna say is I just want to come here tomorrow, have something exciting to talk about other than the leaderboard update at the Wyndham Championship.
What are the odds on that, dude? Higher?
5%? Tony?
Less than that. For you or for me?
Both.
I think Senga's going to pitch well.
Combo.
I think. Both. For the both of us to come in, going happening? Like 0. 0%, Brian.
I was going to say 2%.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's really come to a point because all season, there's been these ups and downs. I feel like for the good times, I've really always been able to get excited. But I think even if they win 10-2 tonight, I don't know how excited I could be.
Barnes.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Dude.
It's literally at that
matter,
point,
dude.
Where
Nothing
like,
matters anymore. Nothing matters.
Dude.
Pack it in, dude.
I'm just pumping.
Pack it up.
I'm not even kidding.
Pack it in, dude.
But I can't. I can't pack.
Dude,
it in.
5 days, August 7th. Hard Knocks, baby.
Hard Knocks. Yeah.
But
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks gonna be sick, boys.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks, dude.
I'm pumped to watch.
You know what I'm gonna have, dude?
All review it and talk about it, dude.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna review it.
Oh, I don't know if this is available on DraftKings, but if you guys want to throw a couple shekels up there, guaranteeing this coordinator of the year, Nathaniel Hackett. After what Sean Payton said, dude, there's external motivation. If Rodgers, Rodgers did not perform that well last year. If he wins MVP this year, how does Hackett not get coordinator of the year?
No, he will.
What do you want to put? 2,000? 2,500.
We should put some money on the Jets to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, put $10,000.
Do we know what the odds are? Tony, go.
Probably wouldn't even be that.
Go.
It wouldn't be as good of a payout anymore.
Not be saying no more excitement for wins.
Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean I would be excited though. I have to say if they were to win tonight and then do a 4-game sweep of the Astros,
plus
that would be dope. Now I can get
Jets
on board.
Plus 1,600 right now. Plus as of 6 hours ago, plus 1,600.
How hilarious is it too that we get to face Verlander again on Saturday?
I know.
Oh, that would be great.
They're gonna pop it.
No more excitement. No more excitement, dude.
Verlander,
Gotta go. Gonna get it.
Verlander in some afternoon shadows. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, dude.
The consistent
they'll fare well.
I bet Verlander no hitter. I'm telling you, dude.
That's
I'm telling you right now.
They're gonna take it. They're not gonna have him throw that many pitches. Oh, I don't. What is he gonna throw 93 pitches like Framber Valdez?
No, possibly, yeah.
No,
92.
They're not gonna have 2 no-hitters in
pitches.
4 days.
Why not?
Not gonna happen.
Why not?
0.
It could happen. It could happen. It could happen.
Zero.
It could happen.
Where
are you?
Coordinator of the year. Jets
Oh,
Super Bowl
dude.
16-1. Let's go. Right or no?
Sure.
The doofus himself. But fellas, anything you guys wanted to mention before we wrap up here?
Nah, man. Just like I said before, it's crazy to think about how the Yankees and Mets just completely suck ass this year.
No, just the Yankees, really.
Dude, Tony. No, you're lucky I'm even saying the Yankees and the Mets because I'm just trying to make you feel better because the Mets always suck ass. All right.
You suck ass.
So this is the one time where we can be misery's company together.
No.
Yeah, dude.
You never want to be with the Mets company, dude. I'm gonna start my
You
own.
just want to be with.
I'm
gonna start my own fan
You wanna be
page
with
called
the
the Mets
company.
Company.
My own company.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start saying shout out to the company, but it's the Mets Company,
Whatever.
not your company.
Do whatever you think is
Too many
best,
Yankee
dude.
fans in the company, I think, dude. By the way.
Shut up.
Okay, I
Kinda
think this
ridiculous,
is a
dude.
good,
The
good spot
company?
to.
No, yeah. I'll start
to
throwing
wrap it up.
scuds, Brian.
Tony's getting
To
a little
wrap it up.
aggravated,
Tomorrow's gonna be
taking out the
positive.
company.
It's all positive tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see when you walk in.
And I have to say, despite the state of the Yankees, I really did enjoy today. Great call from Al. That was
Love
great.
it, Al.
Great having Matt in studio. Always,
Al and I are gonna
of
start the Mets
course.
Company.
Great
Let's
having
go, dude.
the company.
Always
Commenting
appreciate the company.
Lonnie and Josh on it every single day.
They've
We
been
really appreciate
We're
them.
showing the love, by the way, on Twitter with all the Beach Bash reels and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Always love. I love it, guys.
Love
it,
you
dude.
guys. You guys
You know
are
what we're
the
gonna
best.
do
You guys
with-
are our bloodline.
We're doing
Lonnie.
more interviews with the company next year, dude. We're gonna do a boat
Yes.
race with the company.
100%.
We're gonna film it, do a boat race, dude.
And Josh B saying, "Here we go."
Here we
LMAO.
go.
He knows it. He knows it. He's getting in the swing of things. That's for sure. But once again, would really like to thank everybody for tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Costume. Yesterday's episode of Screen Time, as well as the Gaming Corner from Monday night.
Yeah, baby.
An all-time classic. So you definitely want to check that out, as well as the Michael K. Beach Bash vlog.
Great time. Great time.
You definitely want to check that
beautiful
out,
vlog.
as
Beautiful
well as downtimetv.com. Get all your merch. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets, baby.
We will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.